what's good out there, world? Welcome to part 2 of Late Night Baking with Trademark. Now, earlier this evening, I baked a homemade Sprite pound cake, which is out the oven. I'm going to actually show it to you. I actually had it in the dining room cooling off, but here goes my Sprite pound cake, made from scratch, made by Trademark. So right now, what I'm getting ready to do, I'm getting ready to make 2 homemade sweet potato pies, which is going to be made by myself. And I'm going to let y'all see the ingredients first before I let you see how I mix it up. And on the stove, I don't know if y'all can see the stove right there. I have some 5 pounds of red potatoes boiling for my potato salad, but I probably won't mix that up tonight. I'm just going to cook it, dice it up, and throw it up in the refrigerator. But let me hit this light so I can get to my ingredients. So here go my ingredients for my sweet potato pie. And there go the cake sitting over there on the chair. So right here I have like 7 sweet potatoes. I already boiled them and took the skin off of it. I'm going to make 2 pies. Right here I have some eggs at room temperature. I have 4 eggs, which is 2 eggs per pie. Right here I have 24 ounces of evaporated milk, and I'll work this in between both pies. I have some white sugar. Back here I have 4 sticks of unsalted butter at room temperature. And right here I'm using some Splenda brown sugar. I'm actually out of regular Domino's brown sugar, but I had this in the cabinet and I cooked with it before. It tastes pretty good. I have some flour, and right here I have some ground cinnamon. Right there is some vanilla extract. It's just the paper is off. I have some allspice, and I have some nutmeg. And right here I have 2 9-inch pie shells, deep dish, and I'll actually put them in the oven about for 10 minutes before I actually put the pie pudding in the shell. So here is my ingredients for my sweet potato pie. Now give me a few seconds and I'll be right back, and y'all gonna see how I'm gonna get it together. Alright? Alright. Yo, what's good out there, man? I'm back here and I'm making my homemade sweet potato pie. I kind of started the process a little bit, so I already put the sweet potatoes in and I mixed it up. Now, a lot of times when you mix your pies, you know, you got to check in between while it's mixing to see if there's any strings hanging in there, because you don't want a stringy sweet potato pie. I pretty much did that part. I actually had to redo it like 6 times before I got all the strings out. But I'm getting ready to put this down. And the next thing I'm going to add will be my eggs. Remember, I'm using 4 eggs because I'm making 2 pies. Remember, use half the ingredients that I'm using if you're only making 1 pie. My eggs are at room temperature. So we're going to mix that on in there. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit, because the speed should be like a medium-high speed. So everything is mixed together. I'm going to lift up. Remember, always wipe down your sides so you can make sure everything stay mixed. And the next thing that I'm getting ready to add is 1 stick of melted butter, which is actually a half a stick per pot. And I'm going to make sure all that is incorporated and mixed well. Again, just make sure our sides are clean as possible and we don't have like any like dry ingredients still there. So now I'm getting ready to sweeten it. I'm actually using 2 cups of white sugar and 1 cup of brown sugar. In actuality, it's 1.5 cup of sweetener. You know, some people don't use brown sugar, they just use all sugar, but it's 1.5 powdered sweetener per pie. So again, that's 2 cups of white sugar and 1 cup of brown sugar. You're going to mix it until everything is incorporated in well. And I think that it is. Now, I'm getting ready to add 2/3 cups of evaporated milk. And I'm actually going to use, because that's just 1 2/3 for 1 pie. And I'm going to do another 2/3 for my second pie. Okay. Put this down. And let's mix this. Okay. So now I'm getting ready to add 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. I'm going to add 2 1/8 teaspoons of allspice and 2 1/8 teaspoons of nutmeg, and this is also 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. So again, that's 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, 2 1/8 teaspoons of allspice, and 2 1/8 teaspoons of nutmeg. Let's get this incorporated in. That's good. Now, I know everybody doesn't do this, but I'm going to do it, and I'm adding some flour, and I'm going to add actually 2 1/2 cups of flour. And that was actually that was 1/2 right there. And I'm getting ready to add another 1/2. And this actually is going to make it, thicken it up a little bit. And that's going to be about the last thing I add in the pie. So let's put this down and mix this up. And I'm mixing it on a medium high speed. And before we continue that, let's wipe these sides down. right? So right now I'm going to get this all mixed up, and I'm going to put it in my pie crust, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back, and my pie filling is made. I'm going to taste it. I don't think I need to add nothing. This is good. So now let me just fill my pies. And again, always trying to get it as even as possible. This was pretty much just enough. So I'm going to shake my pie so it can be even. I already got my oven preheated to 350, and I'm going to leave them on there for 45 minutes. Again, I'm new to this baking. I'm going to double check, and if I'm wrong, I'll put it up in the video to let y'all know exactly what temperature and how many minutes to put it in. Again, I'm going to get better with this, but thank y'all for bearing with me and staying up with me while I'm doing this. So I'm going to get these pies in the oven, and when they done, I'll holler at y'all a little later. I don't think it'll be tonight, because I'm going to be going to bed. But as always, all food was cooked in a clean kitchen with clean hands, and all food was purchased with government food stamps. From my family to your family, late night cooking with Trademark, we wish you a happy holiday, and remember, as long as you keep the focus on yourself, you ain't got to worry about minding nobody else's business. All right? All right. Good night. Mwah.